Hello, this is teddygaming. Welcome back to another review on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tales of Timothy Volume 2, issue number 68, Heroes in a Hard Shell. And with this one, I don't know what to really say about this one, because with this one, it's dealing with the Turtles going inside of April's sister's body to try and defeat a alien cancer. And with this one, I know they had the right intentions with this one, but at the same time, I don't know about this one, because I feel like with the whole situation with the cancer thing, I feel like whenever it's put in this kind of term, basically, oh yeah, the heroes can defeat it and all that kind of stuff, it's not necessarily a bad story, but I just think that it just comes off a little bit bad in a way. It just, I don't know, something about it just seems a little bit wrong, considering that there's so many people who suffer for it, every day and stuff like that, and they read something like this, and they know that, oh yeah, they can beat it in this story, why can't it happen in this world and all that. So, I don't think it's a bad story, it's just that, and something about it just comes off a little bit wrong. I feel like had it been any other disease that's curable, I don't think it would have been as bad, but it's not necessarily a bad problem. I just think it does come off a little bit iffy in a way. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, where to begin with this story? Just because mainly it's dealing with Robin inside this hospital, because she's been able to catch this disease that's basically a worse version of cancer. That's basically, if you catch it in because I did explain it, but because I don't know science, I don't really understand it all too well. But from what I gathered is that this cancer is that if you touch someone who has it, you get the cancer, and it spreads within your body to be a big tumor or something like that, and you're gonna die within 24 hours. And apparently the cure rate is 100%, so yikes. So, if anything, I don't understand how they was able to get 100% cure rate despite only being there for a few days or something like that, but yeah, okay. So then after that, we do get to see April. She's really worried about all this, and it turns out that the Neutrons don't actually know how this happened, and all that kind of stuff. And they're trying to work on a cure, but because of how fast it does kill the patients, they are sort of running out of time to try and figure it out before it drastically turns worse. So that's when April comes up with an idea to bring the Turtles in. And we do get to see Donnie. He comes up with a bright idea to use the nanobots from issue, I want to say it's 8 or 9 from the Volume 4 stuff, to try and use them to defeat the cancer. However, when the nanobots were injected into Robin's body, they were defeated quite easily, so that only left the Turtles with one option, and that was to shrink down and go into Robin's body to defeat the cancer itself. Like you do. So that's what they do, and when they do go inside of it, they do fight off all the tumours, the cancer stuff that's inside of Robin's body. However, because it's a very dangerous cancer, every time they defeat it, it grows back but twice as worse and stuff like that. However, because the Turtles are fighting it, it is able to slow down the cancer a little bit, but not all too much. But this is helping the Neutrons find a cure for all of this, and there's not very too much to it for this comic, because it's just one of those kind of things that just happens that, and we just get to see a few pages of Turtles fighting the cancer and stuff like that, and then cut back to Neutrons being oh yes, we've got to inject the water liquid into this, and got to make an antidote and all that kind of stuff, and just what? So yeah, and they do actually come up with a way to defeat the cancer, and that's by using the same liquid that was found in the meteor that had this disease in the first place, and it's going to use it to create an antidote. I don't know what it was specifically. So they do that, they inject it inside of Robin's body, and it's destroying the cancer, and the Turtles do get out, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the story. And yeah, I mean, oh god. And then there was a little backup story, which was about Clunk's adventures, which was possibly the most pointless story I've ever read in my life. Because, I mean, one is Clunk, so that's automatically a good thing. But when reading the actual story, it's a very questionable kind of thing, because it's not really much of an adventure. Because the whole thing is that Clunk leaves the apartment that Michael's staying in. She crosses the road, she fights a dog, and then she climbs up on top of a building to look at the sunset. yeah, so this was across 2 pages, so there's not really too much I can really talk about because it's just a 2-page story with no dialogue or anything like that, but at the same time, what was the point of this story? It just felt like they just put it in there because they needed, like, fill out some, like, pages and stuff like that, and it's not a bad story, it's just an okay story, but so pointless. There was not really much of a story, really, whatsoever. It's just a story that just happened without any reason to actually exist. It's just... Yep, moving on. Okay, so overall, with the actual main story itself, it's... I mean, I like it because it just seems like a normal turtle kind of story where it's just the turtles doing stuff which only other turtles can do. They go on fun adventures and stuff like that, and I do really enjoy it for that kind of thing, and I think it does work really well on that kind of thing. Not to mention, it's like calling back to like Volume 4 stuff with April and her cancer stuff, and also the nanotech bot turtle creature things. I do like how it's like, you know, like calling back to all those kind of things and stuff like that. And it does feel like a Tales kind of story where it does fit that kind of thing, just like, oh, remember that time we had a pandemic of cancer? So, yeah, but at the same time, like I said before at the beginning of this video, I do feel like it's like not written in like a bad way, where it does feel like it's like, I don't know, because on the one hand, I do like this story for what they're trying to tell, but at the same time, it does somewhat come with a little, because I do feel like any story that does like tell these kind of stories where the characters are out to beat like cancer and destroy it completely, despite the real world not actually being able to do that yet, it does kind of, I don't know, just come off a little bit bad in a way, but not in like an intentional bad kind of way. I just feel like it doesn't really do what it's trying to tell in a way. I just feel like there's like better diseases which I could have chosen to do this kind of story without giving like anyone sort of like false hope or anything along those kind of lines. I hope you understand what I mean, because yeah, it's just because I do feel like this whole this whole situation is like a rather iffy kind of one to really talk about, let alone doing a story about it where the characters beat it and destroy it completely, whereas in the real world it's still going. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's just, it just comes off a bit iffy in a way. So yeah, but Clunk's adventure, God, is not a bad story. It just feels so pointless. It doesn't really feel like it needs to be in there. It doesn't feel like it needs to exist, but yet it does. But yet there was no point to it. There was no story whatsoever. It's just one of those kind of things that just happened, and who really cares? Clunk's dead. I mean, he has been for like the past few years in this continuity. Why are they bringing back another story of him? Oh. Okay, yeah, this issue, I don't think it's going to go down as one of my best ones, so yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this issue? Do you like it? Do you not? And yeah, that's it for today, guys. If it doesn't, please share. Let's just grow on stuff. Goodbye, yo, and bye.